Oh,
hello and welcome to the Wild Exposure What's in My Bag.
We're basically today, I think, Annie and I have just got together. We've got a trip coming up to Buttermere later on, probably in a couple of weeks' time.
About 2 weeks?
Yeah, a couple of weeks. To the first place we ever went wild camping in the Lake District. The first trip was absolutely horrendous. Second trip was sunshine, birds singing, it was fantastic. And that was probably the start of 2016 when we had some really quite bad low budget gear, didn't we?
Indeed. Dragged Mark up there for the first time. I've been away a few times with another buddy of mine, but it was Mark's first go. Complete washout. Got totally drenched. We spent 6 hours driving, 3 hours getting wet, and then 6 hours driving home again because Mark's tent malfunctioned quite horrendously.
My tent broke in 30-mile-an-hour winds. It was a Euro hike budget tent, and we got to the top of the mountain in 30-mile-an-hour winds. Start to unpack it, and one of the fiberglass, never buy a tent that's got fiberglass poles. Anyway, let's just explain the hats. I think this is actually quite a good look for me. Andy's just
got out of bed pretty much. So
Andy's got some bad hair.
I have serious bad hair, so hence the hat.
So what's the first thing we should look at then? Should we look at the bags?
I think bags is a pretty good start.
Let's have a look at the bags. It's Sunday and I'm drinking wine, by the way. It's a chillax day today. Oh, let's grab the bags. Now, I want to say the first bag that I had was a Black's Alpine, Aqua Alpine 75-85 litre bag, which it was really good material, really well constructed, but the back system, it chafed the shoulders, it was terrible around the waist, it was made of horrible material. And the thing was, when you packed it, it didn't cinch down like a decent quality bag, so the load was sort of flailing around on your back, and when you've got rugged terrain and you're trying to ascend a fell, it was untenable. So
he was carrying 25 kilos first trip?
Yeah, something like that, plus all the pork pies. So eventually I upgraded to a Lowe Alpine. I don't think they actually make this bag anymore. You're going to see a running theme through this video that I do buy a lot second hand on eBay just to keep the cost down. But the Conga 65-75. Now Andy bought his Lowe Alpine before I got this, and I just like the way the zips are fantastic, the construction of it is absolutely amazing, they're not too expensive, and when you actually fit it to your back, I've got the TFX system on here. You've got an online, there's loads of online videos that show you how to do this.
I have the Axiom 6 system.
You do, indeed. Well, where these differ, if you want to turn it around just for a sec. See how he's struggling to pick that bag up, we'll come on to that. Right, the Axiom system, isn't that the one where you can tailor it on the fly when you're walking around?
Indeed.
So you can pull the straps and you can actually...
You pull one of these doodads down here, whether you want to tighten it up or loosen it off, so you've got pretty much adjustment on the go.
This, you pretty much have to do it before you go, and there's, as I said before, there's lots of online videos of, you measure yourself from the top of your spine, just around the centre of your neck, to where the bag would actually sit, just above your bone on the thigh there, because that's where most of the weight of the bag is carried by this ideally. You never want the weight of the bag on the straps pulling down on your shoulders. So when it's fitted correctly, you'll be able to get a couple of fingers in these top straps. It's just these are just to pull the load in to your back, so it's nice and snug. But I love this because this bit here is really, really comfortable. It's really soft. It's just fantastic to wear. Andy's bag is more expensive.
It's the Alpamayo, what size it is anymore? It's about a 75 to 90 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I do have, as mentioned on previous other videos by other people, I've had the top loader, which makes things a little bit easier when you're sticking your sleeping bag in the bottom or whatever, as opposed to trying to ram it down the top of your bag.
The other thing with these as well, they are, as it always says on there, it's like 65 to 75, which means this top section here is expandable when you really pack your backpack out. But what I really love about this bag, and it's not something that I've really thought about, you start thinking about reducing weight and getting better gear and all the rest of it, but you've never really sort of considered the weight of your bag. And
I didn't.
I wanted an Osprey Ether 70 because they're fantastic bags, but I went into a well-known outlet and checked the weight of it, and it was about just over 3 kilos. I got this and I struck lucky really, because this unladen, unloaded, weighs about 900 grams. So how much does your bag weigh, Andy?
Around 3 kilos.
So So there's 2 kilos advantage that I've got up on you at the moment then, without packing anything into the bag.
Indeed.
I know, it's craziness, isn't it? So apart from the very stylish blue colour, I much prefer to have his manly black, yeah. But if I'm struggling on the mountain and I need rescue, maybe they'd see me with this backpack on. But if you can pick one of these second hand from eBay or wherever, I thoroughly recommend it. It's absolutely fantastic. Bags.
What did you pay for your bag on eBay?
£40.
As opposed to my £180 bag that I did get in the sale, but still very expensive. But I was kind of thinking, if you pay money up front, then you know it's going to last you for a good sort of six to 10 years. Hopefully I won't have to change.
Oh, Lowe Alpine bags are fantastic, absolutely fantastic quality. They're built like tanks.
But yeah, so that's pretty much the bags out of the way.
So is that for wild camping then? What about when you go on a day walk? I don't think you brought your bag down.
I did not bring my day walk bags out, no.
Don't worry, but these been sick of hearing of how great this bag is, to be honest. This was another eBay purchase. I actually bought this on a bit of a whim for day hiking, and then started looking at reviews afterwards, and it's just a fantastic bag. This is the Montane Medusa 32 litre. And some clever little features of this. You'd probably pick one of these up on eBay, to be honest. It's discontinued now, but it's got a piece on the top that lines this front section, so if you turn around, and I'm constantly asking, Andy, can you grab something from the backpack? Can you grab this? Can you grab that? It never sort of dips down. It's always rigid, so you just undo the zip, pull it out, and put it back in. You haven't got to faff about. The back system on it is absolutely brilliant, and the shoulder straps and the bit that goes around your waist, they're different thicknesses for different parts of your body, and it just really moulds to your body. And what I really like about it as well is the clip on the back. I like the ones we've got on the other bags there. Where is it? Where's my clip? Is you've got this really excellent toggle system, so you just clip it in the front there. And it's quite hard sometimes when you've got gloves on and you're sort of faffing around with the standard clip you get. You've got to pinch it and put it in, you're trying to find it, and one of the bits goes over the top and you're not quite there. This just slots in really easy. And when you've got gloves, you just pull that off. It's worth it just for that.
Wow.
Wow. Montane Medusa 32. And also at the top as well, when you cinch the bag down, you just put your finger in there, just pull it out. You've got 2 things there. It's fantastic. Fully waterproof. You can even got a little section there that if you go ice climbing, you can put your tools in there. Or fantastic. What's next?
What's next? Jackets? Should we do jackets?
Should we do jackets?
Let's
yeah.
do jackets. Oh, I can find my jackets.
What jacket have you got, Ange?
Oh, let's have a look.
Well, when I first went out in 2016, I was donated very kindly from this man here a Sprayway Banzai 870, which, how much, do you remember how much you paid for it?
I paid about £19.99
Did you really?
in a TK Maxx in 2005.
Fantastic. Well, I've got it upstairs and I won't part with it, and it is, we've been on walks where it's just been persistent precipitation all day. It's just constantly raining on you, and you've had some, is it a Berghaus or Rab Jacket? Was it the AQ2 that you had, the Berghaus?
No, I think I took my North Face originally on a trip where we got actually soaked.
Alright, it started foaming after a while though, didn't it?
It did foam somewhat. I had rabies.
Yeah, you possibly had rabies. But this Sprayway, inexpensive jacket, it just didn't let me down. I mean, it's never let me down, but the only downside is the fact that it's really, really heavy. And obviously for rain gear, you want to try and lessen the weight if possible. So I've upgraded, and I think Andy's been through several jackets until he's found his jacket of choice. Still
very heavy, but I have the Rab Latok Jacket. I was lucky to find one of these on eBay. It's using the event waterproof system. I paid about £130 for this second hand, and I believe they're in the region of, I think, £280 upwards, I think, brand new. And I'd never seen one on eBay at all, and I got quite excited when I saw it.
You say heavy, it's not really that heavy though.
Well, it's heavier than some jackets
I'll give you the Sprayway bag, you can wear that around.
But I'm a big fan of Rab. A lot of stuff I have is Rab. I work outside a lot, so I end up buying bits and pieces for when I'm at work. So Rab seems to be my go-to brand. Obviously fully waterproof zips.
You've got a skirt there as well.
Have a little skirt in there just to keep things nice and tidy. Plenty of pockets for obviously phones and maps and compasses and
Port
things.
pliers.
And port
Trick
pliers. So I'm very happy with this purchase. I did mention it very briefly in our Snowdonia trip when I was in the tent. But yeah, fantastic jacket. Recommend it to anybody.
Now to the daddy of jackets. This is the Theta, Arc'teryx Theta AR. I actually thought I was buying the SV, which is their top of the line jacket, but still I think these retail. Now this is one of the older versions. I actually bought this again from eBay. I paid £90 for this. These are about £400 new. I mean, I'd never pay £400 for a jacket unless I was going on an expedition to Alaska or up Everest or whatever. But I think everybody knows the quality of Arc'teryx. But what I like about this, it's really, as I've just said, it's really lightweight, but all the seams are taped and bonded. And what Arc'teryx do is they don't use a lot of stitching on there. They actually bond the fabric, which less stitching saves weight. And also they put a higher denier fabric at the top, so where the rain's beating down onto your shoulders and the sort of tops of your flanks rather than your hips, and they put a 40 denier fabric at the top and a 20 denier just to save weight at the bottom. But I love this jacket. But it's going to be tested in earnest probably this year in rainstorms. But what I also like about it is they give you, it's ergonomically fitted. Say that again. Ergonomically fitted. So there's a bit of extra fabric around the elbows, and in certain places where you'd be stretching, moving around, you'd be stretching the fabric. So you look a bit silly in a sense that you've got some kind of motorcycle jacket on. You look a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it does the job. So I'm looking forward to testing this in earnest. Waterproof trousers. Right, I've recently acquired some Berghaus AQ2 trousers from eBay, The Bay. Again, quite cheap. I don't know what these are new, 50 quid maybe. I paid £20 for these, and they're absolutely brand new. I generally just walk around in cheap crag hopper trousers, which they're very thin, they keep the winds off your legs, there's some element of wind stop in there, but they dry really quickly, and I've been walking around all day absolutely soaked. It doesn't really bother me too much, but I thought I'd invest in really bad weather in these types of trousers. But I would say, for me personally, I get quite hot, so I would say that potentially if you're getting in the car and you get to location and it's absolutely pouring down with rain, I would take your normal trousers off and just wear these. Otherwise I think you'd probably get too hot, but we'll see in another video.
I have a very similar pair to Mark after seeing his bargain purchase on eBay. These were about £25, normally 50. They're not quite the same as his, but they're pretty close.
On that front actually, gloves.
Sunny.
Gloves, or sunny, let's say it's sunny, gloves. This was always a bit of a problem for me because these are, I don't know whether they're Chinese knockoffs, another eBay purchase which we'll come on to in a minute. Thinsulate, standard Polar Tech Thinsulate gloves, wind stopping, supposedly completely waterproof. They're not. I mean, a light shower, yeah, but if you're walking around all day with gloves on and it's raining really hard, these just get absolutely soaked through. So, finally, I've invested in a 2-glove system where cold days you can wear those, not a problem. Gore-Tex, I think. Gore-Tex, Lowe Alpine, triple point Gore-Tex gloves. They're mitts. Underneath the jacket, completely waterproof. So that is the last element, really, that needed to be added to the equation of keeping me waterproof, was just knowing that my hands, because nothing worse than getting cold, wet hands and you walk trudging around. Doesn't make life very interesting.
It doesn't. Plus, obviously, if you're wet and it's windy, you're going to get cold hands as well, which is never good. I've got some outdoor extremities. I did bring them down to show anybody because they're pretty much the same system as Mark has there. Although I've got inner mittens as opposed
they're
to
built in, aren't they?
Yeah, as opposed to a standard glove like that. But they're pretty much the same. I didn't see as much point in digging them out just for this little video of ours.
Also, what's quite good about these as well, a lot of these come with, they've got the kind of rubberised grip on the inside, so if you're ascending somewhere, you're not going to get caught out. You've still got plenty of grip.